Texas, one of the state's newest laws restricts restroom access for transgender people. Kayden, we saw your video on social media. Tell us why you thought it was important to address this issue on social media.
Here's the thing. People who look like me are going to have to go into the women's restroom because I was born female. So how are you going to be able to tell if it's me, a trans man, or you, someone who's not trans? Unless we're going to start checking genitals at the door, how will you know? We know from statistics and lived experience and things of that nature that if a man wants to assault a woman, he does not have to throw on a wig, get a breast augmentation, change his name, and take hormones to do so. He can just do it because we know that there's a high chance that he'll probably get away with it. So what is this really about?
You have made lifestyle choices that have resulted in you appearing in alignment with your gender identity. We're not expecting people to check genitals at the door. There's also no way to check a person's intentions at the door. But there are people who go into opposite sex bathrooms with bad intentions, peeping toms and worse. And so that is a reality. And so there is a need for protecting the privacy and the safety of women and girls, even despite the dilemma that we do have here.
The focus is women, 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 but we're not the ones complaining.
Have you ever had any problems in any restroom since transitioning?
No.
You had to be nervous.
No, because I've always presented masculine.
Okay.
Right? So the times I did have problems was before I came into my trans identity and I was still identifying as like a lesbian. Long story, but I was
another segment. We'll
that's
bring you
another
back
story for another time. And I would go into the women's restroom. That's when I had issues. And that's the thing that people aren't recognizing. If you are a cisgender or a non-trans woman and you do not meet societal standards of what feminine looks like, you are going to be the one that's policed the most. So we're talking about masculine presenting women, women with PCOS, women who have facial hair, black women, because that's a whole nother thing. They just had a 17-year-old girl have to prove her genitals to go to the restroom. Not her genitals, her anatomy to go to the restroom. 17-year-old cisgender female. It's not trans people. David mentioned about peeping toms. We're not saying peeping Teresas, we're saying peeping toms. The problem here is men. Cisgender men, they are the ones assaulting people. They are the ones going into the restroom. They are the ones doing the thing. So why are we hyper-focusing on the trans community and not hyper-focusing on, hey, maybe stopping the men from assaulting women and actually prosecuting them and having real consequences for them? And maybe if they have some fear in them, they'll stop infiltrating places they're not supposed to be, because women have been using the restroom alongside trans women all this time. Now there's this uproar as though trans women just fell from the sky and started taking estrogen and identifying as women. That's not the case. The fact is they've always existed.
I believe polling shows north of 80% of voters support separating on the basis of biological sex.
Can I ask just one question? I'm sorry. Where do intersex people go to the restroom?
That's a very good question.
Wherever they want.
Yeah. So before and after we passed the policy, they typically, kind of to your point, it really only becomes an issue if the person looks like they're using the wrong bathroom, which can be a biological female actually using the female restroom. So that's valid.